I ran, talked too long, and I know, I did too, but we have other things we need to do today. So, guided meditation. Let's just take a deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in and exhale. One more deep breath in and exhale and center. Get to the core of your being. Everything else is just stuff. Just be in your own core. Normally I walk you through a process where you can get clear with your intent. Just take a deep breath in and slough off any cares or worries on the exhale. Exhale. And now let's just take a little bit of a journey. Take a little walk with me. As we're taking a little bit of a walk, you see a big, huge warehouse down the way a bit. Walk on over to that big, huge warehouse. And as you walk in that warehouse, it is full floor to ceiling with tools and equipment, supplies. Everything is here. There's a place for food and nourishment. There's a place for party supplies. There's a heavy equipment in case you need heavy equipment. Everything is here. And you just wander through this warehouse. You're welcome here. It's your warehouse. You have a right to be here. And soon, the master repairman shows up. This guy's the head honcho. He's in charge of it all. And he has a herd of people that he manages, sends them out on site to do work. They're called angels, spirit guides. He sends them where they're needed. He knows what's necessary. And you have something in your heart. Your soul's purpose is ready to be revealed to you. You may have an inkling, but you want more information about that. Your heart's desire is ready to speak to you. And even being able to speak to you through things that you find yourself disgruntled about. So as you approach this master repairman, you notice that he's wise, and yet he's got a twinkle in his eye. He knows stuff. He knows just the stuff you need to know. And maybe you don't even have verbally clear yet what your heart desires or what your purpose might be or what assistance you might need. It's okay. He knows. Ask him for a tool that will assist you right here, right now, in your life's journey. And he takes you down a row and over an aisle. And he pulls out a tool that is just right for you now. Maybe it's a word or a thought or a feeling. Or maybe it's some symbolic object. Know that whatever tool you're gifted with at this point is just exactly right for you now. Maybe it's a broom to sweep away old stuff. Maybe it's a shovel to dig deeper. Maybe it's a hammer to get to the point. Whatever you receive may have symbolic information for you. So receive it with gratitude. And then this master repairman has something he wants to show you. So follow him into the back of the warehouse where all the foodstuffs are kept. there's some form of nourishment here that is ready for you and you are ready for it. Perhaps it's an orange or an apple or a fruitcake. Whatever he brings to you is a nourishment that your soul needs right now. And it has spiritual significance for you. So receive it with gratitude. And know that you can come back here at any time and have access to this wonderful storage place, this wonderful warehouse, and that this master repairman can assist you in anything. And you realize that you have a tremendous amount of gratitude in your heart for this place and this being. And you have a gift you'd like to leave here. Perhaps it's a word or a thought or a feeling, or perhaps it's a symbolic object. Leave it here with the master repairman. It may be something that can be useful for someone else. It may have deep significance for you, whatever gift you choose to leave. So leave that gift with gratitude. Take one last look at the master repairman. He's going to send a helper with you. So whether that's an angel or a guide or some other handyman, handy person, handy woman, whatever, you will have assistance and encouragement from the source of all encouragement. So you can choose to welcome this person as being with you, perhaps this being of light. Maybe you can't even see more than that, that's fine. Perhaps it's a spirit animal. But know that there is a being that is wanting to work with you and assist you and help you. So you have a right to that help. And allow yourself to, with gratitude now, and joy in your heart, and a sense of fulfillment in your heart, leave this place and know that you can come back and visit at any time, under any circumstances. And allow yourself to walk away from the warehouse, whatever pathway led you there. Find your way back into this time and space, back into this room, back into the here and now. Feeling refreshed and revitalized, take a deep breath in, exhale and stretch a little bit. Welcome back. Does anyone want to share what they received? Or have a question about what they received? Oh, lots. Oh my gosh, look at this. Okay, glad I rushed through that then.
I got two things. I got an apple and a pineapple.
An apple and a pineapple. Okay, so an apple energetically could represent teaching. And you're a teacher, are you not?
Kind of, but I'm going back to school.
You're going back to school to do what?
I don't want to teach.
You're going back to school to do what?
I don't know. I think to something for business.
Okay, so here's the deal. The other half of being a teacher, the other explanation or the other symbolism with an apple is choice.
Okay.
We have applied the energy of an apple to Adam and Eve in the garden. So you get to choose. So having the power of choice is really wonderful at this point, especially if you don't really know what you want.
Which totally makes sense, yeah.
Okay, so pineapple. This gives you the power of protection because they're prickly, but they're so sweet. Sweet on the inside. But they have a really strong core. So this is giving you the power of having that strong core so you can be sweet and be protected. How cool is that?
Totally makes sense, because when I saw it, the apple was nestled inside of the top of the
pineapple
cookies on the
fluff.
top. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Wonderful. So more choices are going to come your way.
Mine was weird. Go figure.
I have no problem with that.
Jesus came.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
I know. He's my man.
He's the man. Yeah.
He took me into the back, and I had all these expectations of what gift I was going to get, and I was visualizing all these really neat, cool things, and he handed me a crowbar. Okay, so then he took me back, and he made me a tuna fish sandwich, and I gave him a Hershey kiss.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So there's this loving connection between the two of you. The crowbar. Oh, first of all, let me talk about the tuna sandwich. I love tuna sandwiches. Don't you just love it? My mama used to make tuna sandwich. That was just love on a bun, you know? Love it, love between two pieces of bread. So this is that loving nourishment. And what was it we talked about just before?
My sole purpose.
Yes.
It was clarified more that to help people feel worthy and accepted.
Okay. So this gives you the tool to be able to nourish their soul, nourish them. And it's in a nice, neat container, you know, 2 pieces of bread. So, and there's pickles in there, and mayonnaise, and all kinds of good stuff, nourishment. So this is love on a bun. You came to, this will help you in helping other people be nourished.
Fishes and loaves.
Fishes and loaves. Oh my gosh. Well done, Heidi. Fishes and loaves in a sandwich. I love it. The crowbar. You got work to do. Huh? Say what? Kicking ass and taking names. But the energy of a crowbar is to open things up. You can't give people love if they're closed. So the crowbar is going to give you the power. It's not your power. It's divine power to help people open up so that you can cram that tuna fish sandwich in there. Heidi.
My thing that upsets me is unfairness.
Uh-huh.
And I got a ruler. The tool I got was a ruler.
Okay.
And then the food I got was bread, which I'm gluten-free too and don't eat much bread, so that was kind of an odd thing for me. And then I left first open hands, and then all of a sudden I was giving kind of a pinkish scarf, see-through kind of scarf.
Okay.
And then my guide was a crow.
Okay. Lots there. Crows can, in the Native American, correct me if I'm wrong, then crows have to do with winging the message to spirit. They also like to have bright shinies. So this gives you the ability to spot things of value easily. The bread. I'm getting a different feeling for you in the bread than I did from Lynn. Let me ask about that for you. It feels to me more like words of nourishment, words of encouragement, words of strength. You know, give us this day our daily bread. You know, give us nourishment. It feels like you came here to help people feel nourished emotionally. Does that make sense? Or feel healthy emotionally, physically and emotionally. What was the first thing that you got?
The ruler.
The ruler. Okay. So this is in increments. You don't have to have it all right now. You can do it a little bit at a time. Okay, and you get to be your own ruler. You get to have the power of your own choices. You don't have to judge somebody else's choices, but you can discern. It's a discernment tool. Have discernment. That make sense?
Yeah. What about the scarf?
Oh, that's unconditional love. That
Scarf?
pink see-through. It's all unconditional love. It gets to be soft. It gets to be loving.
Okay.
Pass it back.
Okay, my
Trying to hurry.
master workman was a woman,
Mm-hmm.
and she showed up in a lot of different forms. She kind of morphed and was just kind of, but she was older and just really wise and just had all of this love, and just, in her little petite frame, she was just amazing. What I got was just clarity. And then I started getting some downloads of things that I've been, kind of working on, and getting really, clear information about what to do.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. And
Very
then-
cool.
Yeah. And then I left something, and it was so funny. All of a sudden, this tube of lipstick just fell on the floor in the warehouse. And then I had this kind of feeling that she was leaving me messages on the bathroom mirror,
Oh.
lipstick.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So she was like, yeah. So I was like, okay, well, here's the lipstick. Yeah, that's what I got.
So your gift back was your willingness to receive that information. And you have the power to be able to say, I'd like it to look like this. Please communicate to me this way. Because the willingness on divine part is to communicate. Some of us hear better, some of us see better, some of us feel better, because it was a visual message. This is, you're asking for the ability to see more clearly, and you're giving Spirit permission to use your visualization as a way of communicating with you. Very cool. Back. Okay, go ahead. We may not have time to do everybody, sorry.
Mine was kind of weird. Mine was, I walked into the building and everything was super, super white. And there was two big bulls, white, pure white on the side. And then I had to walk upstairs and everything was white. The guy that came down, he had wearing a robe. He handed me just like a little poster thing that said value, and a red puffy pillow heart. And then I had an apple, and then I had an eagle, brown white eagle on my shoulder. And all I did was cry, and he gave me a hug, and then he handed it to me. And everything was super white, and I just kept, I was supposed to keep walking upstairs. And
So you might want to do this meditation further, because there's more for you here.
Yeah.
So the value, this is asking you to value your heart, value your own heart,
Yeah.
and value the heartfelt truth that other hearts share with you, and that you are so loved, so truly, truly loved.
All
And
right.
there's value in your tears as well. There's value in the sorrow that you've experienced.
What about the eagle?
Eagle represents Great Spirit itself.
Yeah, because when I seen the eagle, I was already coming out, so I can see like all the people, and everybody was small, the houses, and I was just looking down. And I could
So
just
this
see-
gives you the big picture,
Oh, okay.
divine source. You get to see it from God's eyes.
Oh, okay. And then the apple? What was the apple?
Again, apples are choice,
Okay. Thank you.
or being a teacher.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to pass it back? I think.
Mine was when I was entering the warehouse, it was a light shining and I can see Jesus' face in it. And the food that I got, it was grapes and cherries,
Grapes and cherries.
and my guide was an elf.
An elf. Okay, gets to be fun. Elves are all about fun. Grapes and cherries. It gets to be portable. You know, whatever you have with you, and you can take it as you need it. You don't have to eat it all at once. You don't have to have it all at once. So whatever you need to nourish you, or whatever you need in your journey right now, you can take it a little at a time as necessary. So everything is going to be gifted to you as you need it. That's pretty cool. So you want to pass it over here? We'll get a couple more, and then we'll roll.
I walked up to the warehouse counter, and the workman there handed me a beautiful saddle leather briefcase. Walked into the food area, I received a small container of whole milk. What I left was a stub of a pencil, wadded up papers, and a broken ruler. And the person who
Cool.
came out with me was a young person, and his job is to carry books and papers for me.
Cool. So the briefcase. This is becoming an expert in your field. You already are. So this is giving you the power of that recognition. What was the next thing?
I received milk.
Milk. Okay. Land of milk and honey. This is good stuff. This is that nurturance to help you feel valued, to help you feel strong. And then you gave the pencil stub.
Pencil stub, wadded up papers, and a ruler. That's what I gave
And the
back.
ruler was broken?
Ruler was broken.
Okay. So this, you get to break the rules. Doesn't have to look a certain way. The pencils are down to a stub, and the paper's all wadded up. You know, that was then. You get to have do-overs. And the young person that came with you is this sense of connection with youth, this youthful vigor. Make sense?
That works. Thank you.
Let's try to do a couple more, and then we'll wrap up. If you want to talk to me after services, you can. But we really need to. One more, and then we'll go.
Uh-oh, I'm the last one. So when you were saying something that made you irritated, I don't like when people are hypocritical. That was my thing. And then I got, for the gift, I got like a red heart. And then for the food, I got broccoli. And for my little guide, it was like a young boy.
Okay. So what does broccoli mean to you?
I would think like the tree of life, maybe.
Nourishment, vitality. So have you had some low energy recently?
Not too much, I don't think.
Okay. So this is just renewing your energy, giving you strength, helping you stand up for who you are. And what was the first thing you got? I'm sorry.
Oh, like a red heart.
Oh,
for
red
one of the
heart.
little gifts.
So this is follow your passion. What you're really excited about, do that. Everything else will fall into place. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm back to the you hate hypocritical people, or hypocritical people annoy you.
Yeah.
Why are people hypocritical?
Well, I was thinking, I wanted to say this earlier, but then I was trying to figure it out because we didn't have time. And I think it means like to help people be their authentic selves.
Exactly. Why are people not authentic?
They might be worried what other people think,
Yeah,
maybe, and like fearful.
right. So you came here to help them feel safe and strong so they can be authentic. They can be real. And you do that without being judgmental. And you do that by accepting people with compassion, wherever they are. And then they surprise us and just bloom and grow.
Cool.
So you're here to help people grow.
Okay. Cool.
Mr. Phil, let's